Hi Libra, welcome back to the channel. If you are new or a cross watcher, welcome as well. Real quick, this is going to be the last week to enter into the drawing for this particular mala bracelet. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, hit the like button, and put hashtag Tiger's Eye in the comments. That will let me know that you are interested in being entered into the drawing for that mala bracelet. I will be going live on the 23rd. I don't know what time, but make sure you stay subscribed. And I will put on the community tab, confirming the actual time that I do go live to do that actual drawing, okay? So Libra, we are coming up on the full moon in Libra, March 25th. This will be a lunar eclipse at the same time. So this particular full moon will shine a light on your relationships. With the cosmic event, it's going to signal a time to let go of connections that may have already fulfilled their purpose. You know, not everything can stay in our lives. Some things, people come in to teach us lessons, and then we learn, and then we move on. And other people are meant to stay, but not everybody is. So I'd like to start off with a Sacred Symbols Oracle for you and see where we start. Tell us about Libra for the full moon in Libra, please. Okay, release. So there is definitely someone that needs to be released with you see the knife, it's cutting the cord to what, has fulfilled its purpose, what's completed, take the lesson, learn, and we, move on. So this is card 42, reduces to 6. So the 6th might mean something, 42 might mean something. Without delay, cut the cords to any unhealthy or toxic people, places, energy, habits, and beliefs. This is a time to stand in your truth without cutting anyone down in the process. Meditate on this when you want to be spiritual warrior with love, honor, and compassion. So, again, there could be a relationship that you would need to cut, because, there's unhealthy habits, there's, toxic, habits that were in that particular relationship. And so now it's, you learn from it, cut the cord, move on, and take your lessons. So now I want to go to the Mystic Black Rose to see if we can get some details on this particular relationship. Tell us more about Libra. For the full moon in Libra, the release. Tell us more about this, please, Spirit. Tell us more about this relationship. Pursuit. Past. adrenaline. So this relationship that you need to release, there's definitely some history. So it's somebody that I want to say that you've known a long time. See the older car? So there's definitely some time that's been put in with this particular relationship. So it isn't anybody new. This isn't anybody you met yesterday. This is somebody that has been in your life for quite some time. There's also been a lot of ups and downs. Okay, there's been some good times, but there's also been some bad times. So it's been very much up and down. And somebody, just so you can see the adrenaline, it's the roller coaster of emotions. Somebody in this relationship I feel like maybe they were always in pursuit of something else, maybe chasing something else. And that was part of, what the toxic was, and the ups and downs. Maybe when you were having downs, the other person was constantly feeling the need to chase after something. Let's get some more from this message of love oracle deck here. Tell us more about this relationship, please. For Libra, tell us more, please. Okay. Disagreements. Hope. Confusion. So that you both had obviously some disagreements in this particular relationship. There was arguments, not agreeing. And not understanding each other. Somebody's always having hope here that, you two can come to an agreement. But I feel that hope is going to change during this full moon, because then there's going to be that blip of recognition during this full moon that something definitely needs to be cut, because there's constant confusion in this particular dynamic. Somebody's always unclear, like they always had hope, but they were always not clear where this particular relationship was going to go, and then it caused disagreements. So let's get into the tarot. Do some clarifying here. tell us more about pursuit. What were we always chasing after or going after? It may have been very well the hope of still holding on to this person, but the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Wands. It's like someone always... It's like they're always chasing after something that was never really there. They were putting their all into it. Tower. But there was always, with the Tower, chaos. There was a shift. It was like a broken promise. So somebody was always in pursuit of fixing like a broken promise, but the Tower hit. That, you know what I mean? That's when the ups and downs, right? So this is when the down would hit, the low. When the Towers, it was like there was constant chaos and Tower moments from broken promises, although, you know, still trying to overcome challenges. So it was almost like a tug of war where one person was constantly trying to patch things back together. The other person was not, right? So between the tug of war, it created Tower moments, which caused, you know, fights, disagreements, right? Because one's like, I want to work on this, and the other person, you know, is constantly, you know, breaking their word. Maybe they were always saying that they were going to do something, and then they wouldn't do it. And so the other person would constantly still try to go towards this person, trying to build and work on it, even though the other person kept breaking their promises or not being around to work on the connection. And so with the past card, this went on a long time. So it created a lot of toxicity of one person constantly giving, the other person, you know, breaking the promises and basically causing a lot of confusion. All right, so tell us more about the disagreements. Ace of Pentacles. Ooh. Nine of Wands. The Three of Wands. it was like one person was always waiting. So it was always constantly creating hurt, constantly somebody being hurt because of one person, the same person probably waiting, while the other person was always looking out. I'm sorry, there's a dog. Let me pause you. Okay, Libra, sorry about that. There's a particular dog in the neighborhood. He barks at like everything nonstop. He almost acts a little possessed. So every time my dog and when I walk my dog and we see that particular dog, the owner says, "Oh, he wants to play," and I'm like, I don't know. He's yelling at us. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like it's a lot of play. It just seems like there's a lot of yelling and nagging. So my dog just kind of sits there. But anyway, you can hear him like across the neighborhood. That's how loud he is. So I just wanted to shut the door. So back to the disagreements. I feel like somebody was always putting a wall up because they were hurt, while one person was always trying to manifest more. You'll see with these two cards how one, see how she's got like her block up, and he's trying to come forward with a wand, like, trying to manifest more. And she's like, no, I've been hurt, and it's almost like, with the Ace of Pentacles, like a bit of a power struggle between the two, of one wanting to be let in while one's like, no, I've had enough of the adrenaline roller coaster ride. And this is, somebody's constantly trying to pursue this, but yet there's a tug of war between you two. So what about the hope here? What's the real hope here? Seven of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. So Libra, I must say, this doesn't look like it's necessarily a love connection. It could have been, but it seems like it's more of somebody that where there was like a business of some sort, or there was a financial connection, because there's so many pentacles in wands, right? With passion and action. There isn't any cups coming out. So maybe that's the problem, is that this isn't a love relationship. This is some sort of business connection, because the hope here is somebody wants to hold on to what effort they've put in to create a Ten of Pentacles. This is long-term financial stability. This is a lot of money that's been put in, saved, earned. And the Four of Pentacles is, can be a card of greed, wanting to hold on to it, not let go of it, right? And the Seven of Pentacles is, the time, effort, and energy somebody's put in for this Ten of Pentacles. They do not want to let it go. So their hope is to be able to still hold on to whatever this financial relationship is. But during this time, you know, Spirit saying you need to release this. This is toxic. Because of this power struggle over pentacles, you know, assets, you know, 401k, savings, you know, profits, anything tangible that's been built together. And so sometimes it's better to cut your losses and start over, because, you know, we don't always end up in situations where we're dealing with people who will be fair, treat you properly, especially when it comes to money. Some people, you know, money does certain things for people. They turn greedy and are not willing to let go because of financial reasons. So this could be even, you know, a relationship or a marriage that has just lost the love, because I'm not seeing any cups out here. And now it's, you know, just the fact that two people have built a lot over the years of their relationship, and now it's, can we just, somebody wants to stay in this because of the financials. There isn't any love anymore, but there's plenty of money and assets here, you know, that's been built up, profits, bank accounts, 401k, you know, there's plenty of money that's been saved up here, and somebody doesn't want to let go, but it's like they want to stay in this just because of the financials, the pentacles. And it's like somebody's trying to break away, but someone's still trying to push their way in to remain and keep the power over this. But it's bringing tower moments, chaos, and fights. What is the confusion? Well, we've got the Eight of Swords in reverse. So someone's, somebody was willfully blind in this particular situation. The blindfold's coming off. So where there was confusion, this full moon will shine light and undo that confusion. So when she's in the upright, she's blinding herself, not wanting to see the truth about the situations. Maybe somebody's not understanding that there isn't love in this situation, and it is just for money. And maybe the other person's like, I would like to be into a connection for love. Well, now we're coming out in the reverse. We're coming out of this confusion, and we're starting to see that this is toxic. And why stay if there's no love? The Knight of Cups. Yeah. See, there's two, well, it's like one person in confusion, but the way I'm looking at it is, see, there's two people, right? Even though it's the reflection of one person being confused, I see it as two people. So two people were both actually confused in this particular situation. This full moon's going to, like I said, it's going to take the blindfold off, right? To where you both will be willing to see the particular situation, and that it's toxic. It's not healthy. And with the Knight of Cups, it's like the love, it's like it's moving because the love moved out, the love left. So there was love at one point, but now the love is left. The confusion is clearing up. The blindfolds are coming off, and you both are realizing that the love left, you know? The love, you each took your cup of love and left, you know, left with your own love. That was the only cup that came out here. And it was the fact of the love left. So there was love at one point. But then it's now it's just about hanging on for the financials. And, you know, Spirit saying, is that really worth it? You should release this. It's toxic, you know? So let's see what some advice is here. What other information or advice do we have for Libra, please? Yeah, this has been going on a long time, and with this particular full moon, with all the fights and tower moments that have happened, and this has been going on a long time. And the ups and downs, it's, you know, now with this full moon and the eclipse, you know, it's really going to shine pretty bright to take you both out of this confusion of just sticking around for the financials. Yeah, see? Pick your fights carefully. You two had a lot of fights, and it was really over just staying together because of the pentacles. You know? Is that worth it? People must, you know, learn to understand. Yeah, growing pains hurt for a reason. So there's going to be some, you know, pains. I feel you two have already been going through some pains, but, you know, it happens for a reason. And so this was a relationship that was supposed to be learned from, okay? And so people always forget that even if you leave a financial situation, right? Obviously, if there's plenty of money that can be split, it's not like you're leaving empty-handed. You might not have all of it, but you have to remember, staying in a relationship with somebody doesn't mean you have all that funding as well. Somebody else has just as much right to spend it as the other person. So you're still not really, it's not, even though it's, you know, say it's $1 million, okay, let's just say it's $1 million. It doesn't mean each separate person has that $1 million. It's still split anyway. And I think people forget that. Go ahead and split it. Find love. So when you find love, you actually feel so much better about yourself, because if you are loved and you provide love, there's nothing you can't rebuild. Doesn't mean you can't rebuild that other half of that $1 million with somebody else where there's actually love there. And I think people just don't realize that. They get stuck with, you know, the greed of thinking that $1 million is mine. No, not really. It's not. There's still two people here. So it wouldn't have been all yours anyway. And it's just kind of like stepping out, coming out of the confusion and actually seeing the realistic situation here. Yeah, monogamy, just the two of you. So it's like right now, I think both of you are looking to be in monogamous relationships. I think in this particular situation, you know, there may have been somebody always venturing out a little bit because there was no love, right? They were in search of the love. And so it was never just the two of you. There may have been, you know, something else here. Somebody, you know, again, like I said, maybe it was the both of you. Both of you were taking your love elsewhere, but staying together because of the financials. But really, it was ridiculous. You weren't getting anything out of this because, like I was saying, that million isn't just one person's. It's still both of you, right? One has just as much right to spend 500K as the other person has just as much right to spend theirs. So it's really split anyway. It's stepping out and taking a different look at the situation. Yeah. We have shapeshifter. So I feel that whoever was constantly pushing to keep this together, I feel like there was one party that was more persistent at trying to keep this together because of the financials, was the person that was considered to be the shapeshifter here, which is somebody who was willing to maybe put up with the fact that somebody was going outside of this relationship, taking their love and taking action somewhere else to get love while they were still in this particular situation. So they were always like, well, I can put up with that. You know, I'm willing to allow you to go out and, you know, aim your cup of love, your romance somewhere else, as long as we are stuck together contractually for the financials, which, I mean, isn't healthy. And that's a, you know, Libras have a tendency to, you know, hold back and not fight just to save face for the other person. And that is, you know, a time of, you know, coming into balance with this full moon in Libra, because Libras need to be balanced. And, you know, if you're a shapeshifter, you're able to become somebody for somebody else, not necessarily for you, right? You want to be the person you want to be, not because of holding on to somebody else because there's significant financial profits here. Kundalini awakening chakras are open. So right now, during this time, you know, all chakras are going to be open enough to where the confusion's going to get clear, and then you're going to realize that there is an upside to this, each of you taking your halves and going your own separate ways and truly finding love. Because at the end of the day, like I said, that million doesn't belong to one person here. It's equally split anyway. It's just cutting the final paperwork to split it so you both can go your own way and find love and still build your pentacles with other people that you love. And I think that's what's going to be really happening here in this particular time with this full moon. So Libra, I hope this was helpful. I hope that this full moon is a pleasant experience for you, because it looks like there's been a lot of fighting and chaos and struggle to hold on. But it's like, what were you really holding on to? Because the pentacles would be split anyway. So I think that, you know, this will be a time of relief for you, realizing that you can see this situation in a completely different way. And that's the positive to take from this full moon in this situation is, you know, why fight over money? You can always rebuild money, but you can't get back time of spending your time with somebody you love and that loves you. You can't get back time, but you can always make that money back. So much love and light. I will talk to you soon.